I'm going to review some recent running gear purchases. Welcome to Life in My Shoes Reviews and Such. In this video, I want to give you an overview of 4 products that I've purchased over the last 2 to 3 months, running related. So, as I have mentioned in previous videos, I have taken back up running since about the quarantine. Really, a couple weeks into the quarantine, I decided to take it up. It's part of my year's fitness goals. And with that, I have signed up for 2 virtual races and completed those. One was the 109 miles virtual race across Georgia, which went from about mid-June into late July. It was 40 days, 109 miles. And then in August, I signed up for the Polar Grit 150, which was 150 miles in 30 days, which was from August 1st to August 30th. So along that way, leading up to the 109, a little bit into that 109, I had purchased a new pair of running shoes, which was the Altra Duo 1.5s, which I have already reviewed. You can go and see that review in my channel. But have put a lot of miles on those shoes, so already have had to look into investing in another pair, which I will review here in a few minutes. But additionally, during that 150 miles, I determined to go outside a little more often than I have in the past. I had most of the 109 mile race was on the treadmill. So I decided with this race that I was going to go outdoors. So with this race, I determined that I was going to go outdoors more often and spend less time on the treadmill. And I've done probably the latter half of the 150 mile race I did outdoors. Well, one of the additional challenges of being outdoors is that it is warmer than my basement. Although my basement is not heated and cooled, it does have, it is as a base temperature cooler than it is outdoors, but obviously there's not as good of airflow as there is outdoors. But with that came additional sweating. So I have been wearing hats, been trying to wear hats, but what will happen is it's just so hot out that the hat would just get soaked and then would continue just to run, and it would not be the sweat catch that my bald head needed. So the first product I invested in, again, is linked below from Amazon. It's called the Demo Men's Sports Headband. I got a 3-pack. Basically, it's a sweat headband for sports. So I got a 3-pack in black. Here it is. You can see it's pretty wide. So what I have taken to doing is I will sometimes put this on underneath one of my running hats to catch the sweat, just as an extra layer of sweat catch. And sometimes I'll run without it. So it's probably, I would say, about 4 to 6 inches wide at the back. It is a little more tapered at the back. They are all 3 of them were the same color. I think there were other colors available. I think it ran maybe around $13 to $15 for this product at the time I purchased it. You can check Amazon below and see if it's at that same price. Really good. I've always been a big fan, even when I had a full head of hair, I was always a big fan of what I would call a sweat catch, whether that would be a hat. Most of the time it was a hat. The traditional terry cloth headbands aren't super cool, but this absolutely helps a good bit when I'm running. It provides that extra sweat protection. Usually about a hour run, this is going to do a great job. Anything over an hour, nothing's going to catch that much sweat from a bald head. So I do recommend these. I really have enjoyed these. Again, I got 3 of these. I have these on a rotation. Almost every run I wear these headbands. So I would give them a thumbs up. If you're interested, check the link below. Again, there's no, I get no kickback on that. These are just products that I've purchased that I am reviewing that I have found helpful with running. The second item I got is a pair of shorts. Now, what I would call them is running shorts with a liner. These are the TELALEO men's 2-in-1 running shorts, workout training athletic 5-inch. So again, linked below. So they are a drawstring. They do have a liner. The liner does kind of hang out of the bottom. It has 2 very shallow pockets in the front, and it has a zippered pocket in the back. So traditionally in running, that may be where you put your nutrition, etc. One of the pluses to these shorts that really interested me is on the right leg, and you probably have seen these in some of the Fabletics shorts, is there is a cell phone pocket on the liner of the right leg. So I purchased these based on what I was seeing on the Fabletics, which you probably have seen advertised by Kevin Hart, that these were kind of a knockoff style, and I think I paid $18 for these. The blue that I got them in with the black liner were the cheapest. Every other's, I think, $2 more for like black and black. So again, some of my comments about these. One, the string is pretty short, and it is not stretchy, so it's a very, when you pull it tight, it's very taut and doesn't have any give in it. And I wish it was a little better. I had already referenced that the pockets are super shallow. So wearing these for a non-running function, the pockets, like my cell phone won't even fit in these pockets. So my cell phone would fall out of these pockets. In fact, the few times that I've wore these running, I put the cell phone in the back. I have a Pixel XL 4XL, and it fit in the back. The liner, what I will say is the liner is not compression. So what that means is the liner does not provide great support. So that was noticed the first time I wore these, that these were not going to be adequate to provide the support needed to run in them. So the material is very loose, very stretchy, and what I will say is from the cell phone pocket, I started out with my cell phone in this, and what it started to do was to pull the liner down. It was pulling my pants down, and it just confirmed that the liner is not adequate for a running short. So I wish I could recommend these as just a casual short, but again, the shallow pockets don't even make them good as a casual short. So like I'm not even sure what I'm going to be able to use these for. I may be able to, I have run in them twice, once with just these, so without underwear, using the liner, and that just was not enough support. I do have a pair of bikini running underwear that I did put under these the second time, but that almost undoes the value of having the liners in the shorts. I have taken to just kind of wearing these like on the weekends. I may wear these, but again, the support they provide is not even as good as my regular underwear. So I cannot recommend these as either a running short or a casual. I am going to investigate Fabletics and see if I can figure out a way to get some of their shorts and try those out, because I think they're going to be the originator. Maybe some of I've heard Bird Dogs are really good as well. I think Lululemon may have some, and maybe Roan has some as well. I may be trying those out, but I can't recommend these, unfortunately. You can try them out if you'd like. Part of my decision was that they were a cheap entry point to be able to try this short out. I think it did the whole line or the whole concept a disservice. So I do want to try a better version of this. So the next thing I got, as you heard me mention, I've run probably about 250 miles in my Altra Duo 1.5s. Now, what I think is that Altra is doing away with the brand or the line of the Duo. So 1.5 might be the last of the Duos. I like the comfort, the underfoot comfort of the Duo. I like the upper, with the exception of the tongue and the heel collar. Those have not been good, but the underfoot comfort has been fantastic, and I've really liked the 1.5s. So what I was trying to do is find another shoe, since I have about 250 miles in them. They are showing a good bit of wear since I've started going outside. The treadmill didn't show as much, but when I start going outside, they definitely are showing wear. I'm thinking I have maybe another 50 to maybe 100 miles in them. I'm starting to feel a little bit of the softness give. So I decided to buy another pair of the Duos, and I bought the Duo 1. So you heard me talk in the last video about some of the differences. I don't have many miles in these, and I'll explain why as I explain some of the differences here. So obviously the differences between the 1 and the 1.5 is this is obviously an older model. The upper is not a knit upper, it's more of like a hard plastic with overlays. The laces are round, the tongue is totally different. I'm not a fan of the laces. The heel collar is padded, which is nice. That's what I really was looking forward to in this shoe. So having worn these for one run, one thing I can only speculate is that because this is an older model, which means it's been sitting around for longer than the 1.5s, which I believe are obsolete, I may have gotten a dead shoe. So the underfoot in these was very firm compared to the 1.5s. I can only speculate that's because it's an older shoe, that maybe I got a dud, or maybe just the time that the ones have been out, that maybe the sole has lost some of its cushiness, but was very firm ride underfoot. The laces and the whole tongue structure, I wasn't a huge fan, and felt, again, you heard me comment in the 1.5s that there was a little bit of issue with the locking down. Felt a little bit rough on the top of the foot as well. I do like the collar around the heel. That was good. But again, the biggest complaint and the thing that's going to, limit the life that I have in these shoes is that it's dead. It's kind of a dead shoe underfoot. So I will wear them. They're not as soft and cushy as I would like. I will wear them, but they're not going to be my go-to. I probably will alternate between these and my Altra 1 3s as my secondary, and then I will alternate between those once my Duo 1.5s wear out. So I got these, not a huge fan. I got them on sale. I think I got them for under $50 or something like that. So it was a great sale for them, but for being a dead shoe, it's kind of a frustrating purchase. So while that's a semi-review, I don't think you're gonna be hard-pressed to find a Duo 1, and I think soon you're gonna be hard-pressed to find, even on Altra's site, I'm not sure that they have the Duo 1.5s anymore, and that's where I got mine. So kind of sort of review, but not for a current shoe, so just kind of keeping it up to date in the Altra. And another thing I bought is, again, as a fan of Altra, I talked about having hats. I got an Altra hat. So this is almost like a biking cap. This is the brand, I believe, is the Head Sweats brand of hat. Yep. So, which I have another hat, which does a good job. Now, what I have worn this many times, have washed this multiple times, have worn it with the headband under it. Again, this isn't really a review because you'd be hard pressed to find this. Again, I bought this on eBay. I got a semi-reasonable price, probably about $15 for it. I knew they had it. I knew I wanted this hat. I have 5 other Altra trucker hats, and I really wanted this one as something that's a little more breathable, a little more sleek. Still kind of does the purpose as a Head Sweat hat, which I didn't know it was a Head Sweats brand. It provides some of that added benefit that Head Sweats provides. Great a great brand for hats. Again, another one of my running hats is a Head Sweat, and I'm a huge fan of it. This is very light, very thin materials, and without a headband under it, would probably get wet a lot faster than a regular trucker cap. It's closer to the head, so the totality of the hat is closer to the head, so everything would get soaked a lot quicker. With the headband, it does a good job, no worse than a trucker cap. But I like it, stylish. Really, it's just a running cap, something different. I like the Altra. I don't ever wear it like this, but you got the Altra there. I normally wear it built up. When I was in high school, I remember buying a biker's cap. I went to a cycling. I went to I think it was a cycling shop, and bought a hat and wore it for, I don't know, a summer or so. I like the look of it, kind of the short bill up, very snug fitting to the head, but I just like the look of it. I like the look of this one. It has served the purpose. Again, not really a review, because you're not going to be able to find this very easily. Obviously not on Altra. You will not find it on Amazon. You will not find the Duo 1 or 1.5 on Amazon. You won't find any of the Altra hats on Amazon. You could potentially find them on eBay or other used sources. Some of those other sources are even selling out. The place I bought my original two Altra trucker caps was a drastic sale, and they sold out on of them real quick, so you can't even get those. So really, eBay has been the primary source I've seen for kind of the obsolete stuff with Altra, the hats, the Duos. So if you're looking for those, I would say look there as your primary source. You can still check Altra's website for the Duo 1.5s. They may still have some in the $65-ish range. Check them out. So there you go. There are 4 purchases I've made over the last 2 to 3 months for running gear that have just helped support the overall exercise goal and challenge of being healthier in 2020. What about you? What have you done to invest in your health in 2020? Let me know if you what you think of the products that I reviewed. If you decide to purchase any of them, let me know what you think of them. Give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe bell to be reminded of new videos, and I will talk to you next time with another review of some random product. Thanks a lot.